Hi, Phil Schonberg, Fastpitch Power. One of the primary mechanical flaws that we see all the time in young developing pitchers, and unfortunately even in some older pitchers who have gotten into the habit of doing this because there are really two causes to mechanical flaws: habit and structural deficiencies. In this case, it starts with a structural deficiency and may develop into a habit that you just can't get out of. It's called dry foot eversion. Now, dry foot eversion is the collapsing of your dry foot as you come off the pitching rubber, as opposed to keeping your dry foot, toe, and knee forward and just driving the inside of your toe forward to your stride foot heel, which is ideally how you want to drive through. Dry foot eversion causes a lot of problems. It causes forward lean because your dry foot becomes like an anchor. Instead of being able to easily drive it through from here, it becomes like an anchor, and it creates a forward lean, premature rotation, and a breakdown of your throw zone. And anybody who's been following Fastpitch Power for however many years you've been following Fastpitch Power, however many days or weeks you've been following Fastpitch Power, know that the breakdown of your throw zone is the key reason that we as windmill pitchers cannot command that 17-inch square 43, 40, 35 feet away with maximum velocity. So the dry foot eversion is caused by a number of things. Primarily, when we talk about structural weakness, we're talking about weakness in the glutes and hip flexors, the trunk of the body. Core strength is always critical in developing your ability to go from one level to the next level as a windmill pitcher. But specifically, your glutes and hip flexors, because when I come off the pitching rubber, and Coach Jill is going to demonstrate now, Coach Jill is going to show you coming off the pitching rubber the correct way, okay, which is with her dry foot, toe, and knee forward, her stride foot landing slightly to the left of the power line, and landing in perfect balance, power K position. Go, Jill. Okay, now take a look at this, because this is awesome. Dry foot, toe, and knee forward. Look at the toe. It's just the tip of the toe that Coach Jill has glided off the pitching rubber with her toe and knee still forward, enabling her to fire to the end of the throw zone and drive straight through without any breakdown of the throw zone, premature bending, or leaning. Now let's take a look. Now the reason, well, Coach Jill, get back into that, just pose in that position again. Okay. The reason Coach Jill is able to keep so solidly in that position, keep her foot in that position, because her body was going from here and turning aggressively to the right. Well, your whole foot, when your body turns that way, wants to do the same thing. But you need to have the trunk strength, the stability in your glutes and hip flexors that allow you to keep that dry foot, toe, and knee forward as you come exploding off the pitching rubber. There's no magic pill you can take for that. You have to have the strength in that part of your body, which can only be achieved through the appropriate strength and conditioning drills to be able to perform that movement as aggressively as she's performing it without mechanical breakdown. Let's take a look at what dry foot eversion looks like. Okay, now you can already see that as a result of her dry foot collapsing, her back leg is collapsing. And now, even though she's still tracked at this particular point in time and has her throw zone pointing at her target, when she goes to try to drive through now, she's got to drag that foot, and it's really, really difficult.
Also really hurt my hip.
You'll hurt your hip and you'll hurt your knee too. Neither one of which, and by the way, it's good that Coach Jill pointed that out, because one of the primary things we do with Fastpitch Power is we make certain that whatever we're teaching are optimal biomechanically. And optimal biomechanics leads to the least chance of injury, no matter what athletic movement you're performing. So we want injury-free, and we want command with maximum speed, neither one of which you will get with dry foot eversion. So let's take a look once more at Jillian doing the complete movement drive foot, toe, and knee forward.
There's another big thing also that can cause drive-through foot eversion. It has to do with pre-tracking or opening too soon. You'll see a lot of girls, there are a lot of girls who when they load will go like this with their foot and turn their bodies, and that can make them miss out on the reach part of the pitch and end up in that position instead of toe and knee forward, which is why it's so important to make sure there's not too much foot turning in your load and that you're really pushing out into that reach pitch part of the pitch before you open into power K.
So what Coach Jill just showed you is probably closer to the habit that you form in your pre-motion and load, where you're going to turn like this, more so than the lack of strength and conditioning necessary to strengthen your glutes and hip flexors to keep your drive foot, toe, and knee forward when you're doing that. So that is the primary reason that you have developed a habit that you're now going to need to get out of. And that's not an easy thing to do. You're going to have to work at it, but the strength and conditioning program is critical. So there are lots of drills that you can do, lots of excellent drills that you can do to become aware that you have that problem. Because you can't deal with a problem if you're not aware you have one. And you can probably see it if somebody takes a video of you, but you can't see yourself while you're pitching. So there are plenty of drills that you can see, and we have those drills available on Fastpitch Power Plus. So if you want to get the instruction that you need and the drills that you need and the procedures that you need to follow to develop the strength and conditioning that you need to be the best you can be coming off that pitching rubber, go to Fastpitch Power Plus.
Talk to you guys next time.